Well, it is time to talk about Power Rangers. I would have had a lot more videos on the franchise after the release, but things, let's be quite honest, aren't looking too good for this franchise. Now, there's a few things to talk about. Obviously, as you guys know if you watched my review and stuff, I really did enjoy the movie. I really got shocked by the quality of it. I thought it was a decent interpretation, although it did have its problems. Like, the first hour and 20 minutes were slow and a very good character building, film, and then the last 20 minutes literally changes focus and just becomes outlandish Power Rangers almost in an instant, and I think they could have dealt with that a little bit better, but we're not here to talk about that. On an estimated budget of $100 million for the first movie. Now that's $100 million without the marketing. Now typically marketing 2 to 2.5 times the actual production budget. So hypothetically, let's say at the low end they spent $200 million. On the high end they probably spent like 250, maybe 300 million on marketing this movie. So everything was kind of looking like it was going to make its money back. When you look at it, it opened up with $40.3 million on its opening weekend in the US, which that's an important territory. But the thing that happened is unfortunate is that it only pulled $14 million in its second weekend, a 64% drop. So that translates to it ending its entire domestic run with $85 million. So everything started pointing to overseas has to save this. Well, that's not exactly how it went. Overseas only generated about $50.7 million, and the Japanese and Asian territories getting their release much later. They hoped, okay, well, if we spend a lot of marketing money there, we'll make it back because those territories saved films like Pacific Rim. Well, unfortunately, that didn't happen, considering the movie only brought in $1.2 million on opening day. And the outlook for the franchise is a mere 135 to 145 million worldwide is going to be its ending box office. Optimistically, it'll make 150. On a 200 million to 250 million production budget, it's not getting a sequel. And it's a weird thing because obviously they said they planned 6 movies and they have this and that, and they were not ready. And I don't think the movie was marketed right, honestly. I think the movie was marketed all wrong, in fact, and I've really expressed my, hatred for how they marketed the movie. And I think the problem was they didn't go Power Ranger enough. They didn't make it cheesy enough. They were going for the serious, grim, dark, realistic tone that hasn't been seen since the age of Chris Nolan and his Batman, and a lot of people want to forget that, 8 years ever happened because everything went more realistic, and a lot of people are now starting to go, well, just make it crazy and nuts, make it Guardians of the Galaxy because we'll accept it for what it is, and I think that was part of the reason it didn't do well. So what is the future of the Power Rangers? It's probably non-existent.